All right. Hold up. Swish, swish, hello. Swish, swish, hello. Let's start doing these little bit of sports situations because they make the most sense. You know, that'll go into how I'm feeling about how things are right now in situation when it comes to sports. Basically, I only really talk about basketball because that's my favorite sport. You know, it is what it is. So if you on here looking for somebody to talk to you about football, I'm the wrong person because I used to be a Cowboys fan. But I'm not anymore because, quite frankly, look, man, the Cowboys suck. Their ownership sucks. I don't like the owner. But that's neither here nor there. It's supposed to be a basketball video. This is about why the Los Angeles Lakers suck so goddamn bad. All right, let's talk about it. So you got Le GM, a.k.a. what they know in certain circles as RoboCop, a.k.a. LeBroneth James, a.k.a. LeBron James, the so-called chosen one, King James for some of you fools that want to praise this man, which is pretty sad. You should praise another man like this and look up to him like that. That's weird. But anyway, especially if it's on biblical terms, like, are you serious? But I'm not religious, so it don't matter, whatever. I'm here to talk about this. The Lakers. If I was running this team, and I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this, but you can disagree, but just disagree respectfully. You know, you want to call me all kind of crazy ass names and shit like that. I can disagree right back by blocking your silly ass. So, anywho, since this ain't going to be a video made for kids, I'm trying to figure out something here, man. When trades were on the table, I think the Lakers, they're trying to see if LeBron James can do some kind of magical ass rally back to get them to the promised land. You know, he got Westbrook and AD, which I still believe Westbrook on a team for himself can still be an all-star. He just can't be an all-star playing with a player like LeBron James. And, you know, he probably would be fine. The team probably actually be over 500 if it's just him and AD, if AD was a player that could stay healthy. See, AD can't stay fucking healthy, so that just eliminates that whole situation right there. Now, while I'm saying this to be saying this, in all season, if I'm not mistaken, LeBron James will be on his last year of his contract with a player option. I could be wrong about that, him having a player option, but if the Lakers know this, this is what I think they should do. You ain't gonna be able to package him to another team with any other player because the salary would probably be insane, so that wouldn't work. What I think the Lakers should do, to be honest, and I know a lot of y'all won't agree with this because you are super LeBron James fans. I'm not LeBron James fans. I like his shoes, though, but I'm not a LeBron James fan at all, whatsoever. I think they should find a trade for LeBron James, work out something with him, because I think he has a no-trade clause as well, to where he can bypass his no-trade clause, will drop it, and then try to have him sign a new deal and then trade him to another franchise. Now, to be honest, I know everybody's probably thinking, well, he's probably going to go to Cleveland then. If I was Cleveland, I wouldn't break that team up to bring old-ass aging LeBron James. It doesn't matter that he's still averaging like 25 plus a game. He doesn't have the same impact. You can look at it on the Lakers right now. His points are not conducive to winning. When he goes all out like this, they've been getting their butt stomped. So it's not the same LeBron James from back in his Miami Heat days, the Cleveland days, when he set the pace, man. Like, teams were afraid of him. That's gone. It's over. So even though he can get 25 a game, that's not the same guy. So I would not give up all my young talent because, you know, Lakers are going to ask for a haul for LeBron James, which for any team that's desperate enough to, you know, want to make jersey sales, of course people are going to buy jerseys. It's LeBron James. Or just to have a team be actually relevant. If I was the Lakers, I'd try to find the best situation, talk it over LeBron James to get him to sign some kind of extension to go over to another team. Just get him off the Lakers. Within that trade, they need to get back at least 2 first-round draft picks. At least. I don't think they'll get 3. Excuse me, because I think another team will probably put in probably a bunch of players in order to facilitate the said trade, because it's gonna cost a lot in order to get LeBron James off the Lakers. And they don't have to technically sit around there and try to get like a whole buttload of picks, because I'm going to get into what's next. Once they trade him, they need to trade Anthony Davis. The guy is injury prone. You can't go forward with this guy as your franchise leader. He's not a leader. He's a secondary star. It's proven at this point. He's not playing hard. Maybe he changes that up when you get on the team by his damn self. to where he's not playing in a LeBron James system. Maybe he does start playing hard again, but the guy is fragile. He's not worth being on the floor anymore. He has an injury issue that's just plaguing him, period. So before they sink any more time into him or build around him, trade him as well. Now, for him, you can trade his ass any goddamn where and get a whole bunch of damn draft picks, all kind of players and everything. They can load the Lakers up with trading him. Westbrook, I still say the Rockets is still probably the front runner for him because John Wall and him both are coming off their damn contracts after next season. So they're both on expiring contracts. If the Houston Rockets don't end up trading John Wall somewhere else for draft picks before the draft happens in the offseason, then the Lakers are kind of like screwed because I don't know where the hell they would be able to trade Russell Westbrook to. Maybe New York possibly would want him. But that is a lot of money New York would have to give up. A lot of players to match that money. Like they really would, because I mean he still do like what 40-something plus $million, and yeah, man, that the Lakers would get a huge haul from New York if they try to trade him there. Maybe OKC wants to get him back over there so he can retire. It's possible. I don't know if they want to go in that direction or not because he's just gonna become a black hole on the whole damn team. It's gonna be all about him again. I mean, you'll get vintage Russ again over there, but I don't think OKC wants to do that. But you never know. Things change. It's possible. Let me see here. Anthony Davis, from what's out there, I would try to work out a trade with the Timberwolves to get Karl Anthony Towns. If anything, try to trade away Anthony Davis, maybe some other pieces. Hell, even bring D'Angelo Russell back if you want to. But my goal would be to get Karl Anthony Towns. That would be my ultimate goal, to get Karl Anthony Towns over there. I think Karl Anthony Towns really is just wasting his talent away on the Timberwolves. He wants to win. I can see that. So get that dude from over there and put some more stars around him, which you have two other players, like I said, LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, to put a damn good team around him. Because you can still get John Wall, and if John Wall doesn't turn out to be a damn bust due to him really not playing the last 2 years, and if he can stay injury-free, the Lakers have a damn good-ass squad going forward, along with draft picks. You know, when they decide to actually blow it up after probably the next 2 or 3 years, they'll be fine. So that's just how I was looking. I know y'all say you be crazy to trade LeBron James. Well, LeBron can always walk. He's not going to retire a Laker. If you think he's going to retire a Laker, you're nuts. The guy's not going to retire in LA. He's going to leave because I know his ultimate goal was to play with his son Bronny. I don't see Bronny getting fucking picked up by the Lakers unless he just sucks dog doo-doo. Then boom, maybe the Lakers are drafting just for LeBron James, but I doubt they're going to do all that. And like I said, they don't even have a first round draft pick to 2027 at this point. So how the hell does Bronny fall to the second round? So there you go. So that's out of the question altogether. So go ahead, trade LeBron James. Business standpoint, it makes more sense if you're thinking about the future of your team. You already got a chip, even though it was a pretty sad one. You got a chip. The team is falling apart. I don't see them being any better next year because LeBron, yet again, will be getting older. His impact will fall yet again. You still have the nut job that is the Black Forrest Gump, a.k.a. Russell Westbrook, a.k.a. Raphael the Turtle, sitting up there in your point guard position doing boneheaded 360 windmill fucking passes to the goddamn crowd or something, like somebody out there cussed him out. Say, hey, Russ, can I get an assist? I ain't in the game. I ain't on no teams, but just throw me the ball anyway. So you don't want that guy going into next season. And you don't want to wait for the season to start to then start panicking before December gets around here and like, oh, we need to trade him now. Bro, get rid of the dude in all season. Just retool the team. Make some of the biggest trades you possibly can. Get that team back on track. At this point, as long as you build a team together that's going to be a 500 team that can actually get to the playoffs at this point for next year, you're going in the right direction. Because the way they're going, man, other teams are getting younger and better. That means the Lakers are getting weaker. You can't even seem to get all these guys on the same damn team to be healthy. So I don't expect them all to come back like they done drunk the goddamn fountain from the fountain of youth and actually be able to put together a decent season next year. I don't see it. I just don't see it, man. So that's my reason for trading LeBron James. I would still say trade Anthony Davis. Don't even wait to see if he gets injured or some bullshit. Russell Westbrook has got to go. That's just, unless the Lakers just want to be in mediocrity and just be the laughing stock of the league with this dude at the helm as their point guard position, then sure, keep him. But outside of that, man, just get rid of him. Let him go. Like I said, the only person I can think of anybody would trade for him would be the John Wall situation. I don't know if any other. I mean, I know there's people on the buyout market like Goran Dragic, but no one has picked him up yet. He will be on a 1-year deal up until the offseason. So I don't know where the Lakers will go past that, because they do need another point guard bad. The whole Talon THT experiment has failed. They should have traded him for Buddy Hield like they were supposed to, and or included him in that trade to get Kyle Lowry. Now, mind you, Kyle Lowry over there in Miami has been dealing with some issues, some family issues, so the Lakers would be without him. But I think that team would be less destructive if they did have him over there, knowing that he would be back. Like, this Westbrook thing is just a failure. It really is. And that was LeBron James who wanted Westbrook over there. So, I've said this, man. Before he came to that team, I was a Lakers fan, okay? Since the Kobe days. Because Kobe Bryant's my favorite player ever. He's not my GOAT. I'll have another conversation about that later, because I'm going in on some people because they've pissed me off over the past months or so with the disrespect to Kobe Bryant. And I'm going to have to get on these people, because you can't disrespect the legend to that extent and expect nobody to get on your behind, because something wrong with you. But anyway, like I said, once he got there, I already knew what was going to happen. After watching how he destroys teams when he goes there, trades everybody away, people act like they have amnesia from what he does when he goes to a new team. Like, they really do. They act like they have amnesia, he can do no wrong, and that's because they're super LeBron fans. I'm not a LeBron James fan. I never was. So, I knew this going into when they picked him up, this was going to be a fucking disaster. If you want to talk about that one little chip ring, I mean, it wasn't even a dominating chip ring. Like, come on, bro. Like, it was during the bubble. I mean, if you don't take my word for it, you already had greats chime in on this. So, don't, actual NBA players saying that ring was trash. So, I'm not even worried about it. That's my sentiment exactly. That whole series between the damn Heat was trash. It was. Jimmy Butler was out there on his last leg trying to keep that team afloat. His Bam was injured. Dragic was injured. It was just a broke-up-ass damn team going against a healthy Lakers. That shouldn't have never happened. That was not the finals nobody wanted to see. I'm sorry. I did not want to see that damn finals at all. It was terrible. But, whatever. The Lakers, got it done in the bubble, and they got a chip. So, as Lakers organization, you got a ring out of at least 4 years of LeBron James. Let him go, man. Package him up, or shit, get him to commit to getting traded so you can get some assets, picks, and all this other, and he can go somewhere else. Now, what I would say this, hopefully I think I'm the first person to say this now, do not be surprised if LeBron James somehow end up on the Philadelphia 76ers. We're seeing how the 76ers are changing everything. Mike D'Antoni probably will be the next head coach over Doc Rivers, which is not surprising because Mike D'Antoni's system is the system that flourishes for James Harden. Mind you, the problem with that is that system is going to make Joel Embiid injury prone again. I promise you this. That 7-second system is too fast for that big guy to be running up and down the court. It really is. He's not going to be the star of that team anymore. It's going to be James Harden going up for damn near 35, 40 a game, and Joel probably having a quiet damn game most of the damn time. And they're going to fall out with one another. And or after next season, Joel Embiid is going to stay injured. They're going to try to trade him because of the damn system. So do not be surprised if LeBron James somehow ends up on the damn Philadelphia 76ers playing with James Harden. Now, just imagine if him, James Harden, and Joel Embiid was all on the same team together. Come on now. Philly would be salivating at the fucking mouth for that trade. Because you have, I guess, probably next season, I don't think it'll happen this season, you have old school James Harden back, probably averaging 25 plus a damn game. You'll have LeBron James in his twilight years that's also still averaging, his big numbers. You have all that, and you'll be looking to get a championship. Meanwhile, Doc Rivers won't be there anymore. D'Antoni will be running 7 seconds or less. You'll have LeBron James probably out there throwing up threes like crazy. I don't know if his body can withstand that because Mike D'Antoni is not a good coach for older players. You see what happened with Chris Paul. You see what happened with Kobe Bryant. He is not a good coach for those type of players that are in their later years. He's going to get you injured. You will be injured playing that up and down the damn floor like a rabbit with his head cut off style of play. But you don't have to take my word for it. The proof is in the pudding. This man is not good for that. He's just not. He's not the coach for those type players, those older players getting up there. I mean, it's just not. It's not going to work. But it's going to work for James Harden. So I just, again, do not be surprised somehow LeBron James ends up on the same team with freaking James Harden. I'm telling y'all this now. Do not be surprised about that. He ain't going to end up in Brooklyn. I don't see why he would end up on the Knicks, because if he went there, bro, the Knicks, I mean, if they did a trade, I mean, they got a lot of assets they can trade for him, to be honest. The Lakers want all those assets. LeBron James can go over there and play power forward and take the place of Julius Randle, because Julius Randle is just pretty much burnt out at this point. He's not the superstar that last year he portrayed to be. Damn near MVP candidate last year. He's not that anymore. So LeBron James possibly go to the Knicks. He could possibly end up on Philadelphia. I think the Philly thing will make sense if the Lakers let him walk, because then these teams don't have to trade anything for him. Mind you, if he's able to just walk in the all season 2 years from now, I think he goes to the Cavaliers. They don't have to trade anything for him. He has a stacked fucking team of young talent that's actually pretty damn good. That'd be probably one of the biggest damn teams in the NBA, to be honest with you. So, with that being said, it's a lot of stuff to look out for, but I think the Lakers need to make moves this offseason. I don't see them going to the finals whatsoever. That'd be an absolute fucking miracle if they go to the finals with how well the Warriors have been playing, how well Memphis has been playing. Just the West in general has picked their game up, and they're not relying on, LeBron James to be this unstoppable force. I don't see that team honestly making it out the first round, if they make it to the playoffs at all. I don't see them making it out the first round. I just don't. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just my take on it. If you have a different take on this, that's cool. I love to actually hear constructive criticism from others that actually have different takes on what's going to happen with LeBron James. If you believe he's actually going to sit there on that team, sure, go ahead and say your piece. I love to hear it. We talk back and forth in the comment section to talk about this civilized. If you want to come on here, talk trash to me, this is not the time for that. This is not a trash talk segment. I am not talking trash to nobody. I'm just putting it on the pavement, because I'm a former Lakers fan that was disappointed in the fact that he went over there. I never wanted LeBron James to don the purple and gold ever, because again, it's not about his talent, it's the bullshit he brings to the fucking team. And you can say whatever you want. Well, who else would went over that dude? Let's be honest, bro. All this drama that dude brings, and his goddamn hijacking of the team, and how he, lies about shit and goes to social media and do all this crazy ass shit. I'll tell you right now, I would rather another player of lesser talent than LeBron James, as long as you ain't got to deal with all that stupidity. And that's being honest with you. I just don't understand how you new fanboys, you just don't care. This guy creates random injuries that ain't true. It doesn't even make any sense whatsoever. You still just don't blame him. You just follow along with his narrative, which that's the guy already showed in the Super Bowl commercial. He creates his own narrative. He's gonna make you believe what he wants you to believe. It don't have to be true. And I've seen a lot of stuff to where it's like, this dude is not the guy that should have been in purple and gold bringing us back to the promised land. He ain't that person. We didn't get LeBron James fresh from Cleveland, pissed off because he ain't won a chip yet. You didn't get that LeBron James. We got LeBron James over the hill that's trying to win, trying to beat Kareem's record so he can tell people he's the GOAT. Let me be honest with y'all about this GOAT situation. Bro, Kareem stopped being a lot of people's GOAT. He has all those points. Karl Malone was second, and nobody called Karl Malone the goddamn GOAT. So why? Because, LeBron James can score more than Karl Malone, you want to make him the GOAT? That don't even make logical sense. You also want to have these compare. You know what? This is for another video, and I'm going to make it when I leave this place. It's gonna be about the GOAT, like who's the GOAT, what my feelings on that. Then I'll make a third video about my situation with Kobe Bryant, how I feel about the disrespect that man is getting as well, because it needs to be made. But I'm gonna leave this video right here, 19 minutes. This is gonna be my what the Lakers need to do this all season video and going forward. Maybe somebody would pick this up, because I'm not a big time streamer. You guys actually want to hear me talk about sports more, you can always go in the comment section and say something. To my knowledge today, I actually realized that when I put up there about what people in my actual feed would rather see me stream, I didn't realize I had 2 votes for an actual game that was still on my system at the time. It's not there anymore, because I didn't even know that till today. That's how sad YouTube is. They don't let nobody know these things. Like I had no notifications whatsoever about votes. And I feel sorry for those people, because they sat there, even though it was just 2 people. Screw y'all, know my channel's small. Those people took their time to vote on the game. And I did not listen to them. And I do apologize to those people. But I will start having more polls, and I will have to check those every week personally, because obviously YouTube won't give me a notification to let me know, hey man, these people are saying this, that, and the third. So, with that being said, peace out. Till next time.